Welcome. So I know you brought show and tell. Hold those up so everybody here and everybody online can see them.
Oh.
No, they're beautiful.
Well, this is last month's drawing.
Last month. I love those colors.
I like to work with black. And these were colors I had left over from our granddaughter's wedding quilt.
Oh, nice.
And then this was the walk of the month last month. And I'm toying with trying to quilt it myself. And this is a block that my little diamonds on point,
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted it to.
So
I put a different block in.
yours is unique then. Yes.
Looks great.
That is awesome.
But these are fun. You'll enjoy this.
Yeah. I think that's such a fun border. We've done it twice now.
It looks really cool.
Do you have any great tips for, which is the one that I'm like stuck on? Oh, this one. I'm hating this so much, and I don't know why.
Wait.
That one.
Don't press your seams. So press your seams out, but that middle seam where you join them, alternate.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
But
So-
this is the one.
Press your light,
I've
your,
already done.
still pressing the other way.
So just.
Yeah.
Because they're already all pressed, all perfect, and I'm like, just.
I don't
so bad at
um,
it right now.
really iron my blocks anymore until they're fully assembled. I use that doohickey, the multi-function finger presser tool.
Hey,
It's not a roller. It's just
got
a,
it for her.
Yeah, I got it.
yeah.
I got her one, and she got me one.
And if you end up with a seam going the wrong way, it's really easy to just send it over the other way.
Do you sell those?
Yeah. Yeah. They're $7.99. Doohickey.
Okay. Oh, that's
The actual name is the multi-function finger presser tool.
Okay.
That was it.
No, it's because ours is a presser and it's.
So my show and tell is a kit that we are going to have soon. This is out of Boutiques and using the 6-inch, or no, the 12-inch cube. So really
like
pretty
those
blocks.
colors.
Yeah, and there's some, some variegated color in some of the blocks. There's 3 different colorways of blocks. So this one uses yellow, and again this purple and yellow kind of mixed fabric. And then the other one is purple and kind of pink, but like a truer purple. I think I have a portion of one. Yeah. So that'll be a fun little kit that we're gonna have in the store. Goes together super easy. It's just half square triangles. Not a lot of blocks. And yeah, so it is a larger quilt. I think it's 80 by 88, something like that. So bed size, and then it just has a plain border around it. So that one's coming up. So today's block we don't have a lot of content for because we have done all of these pieces. And do you know how to cut these? Have you used the angles? And this is die number. No, okay, so we'll cut these in a minute. So this is probably my favorite block out of all of the ones that I designed for this quilt, and I wanted to show you one of the things I love about sampler quilts and sampler table runners is because you don't just get one design, you get many designs. And so with this one, it makes a really great repeat. And so it almost looks like you have 2 separate blocks where it makes this one with the repeat. They call it a clapper. I should have brought one up, but it's a piece of wood. and you can take a small like hammer, like a finishing hammer, and hammer those seams where they're joined and really large to make them flat. And so we've done this before where you have this joining up together, and it does take a little bit. The glue is your friend for these pieces. They are tiny, and they are worth it. I mean, because you get, I mean, this is a pretty big block. And I think it's just a lot of fun. And I really liked the repeat that it created. So, yeah, and this is a good reason to have electric quilt.
So you would glue like where the points are coming together?
No, so glue your pieces where everywhere you would pin.
Oh.
I don't necessarily pin, but everywhere you would put a pin on a bias. So this glue, it's precision piecing is the name of it. I use it all the time.
Okay, I bought some glue here, but I don't know what it was.
If
Okay.
it was
It'll
from
work.
that first class, that's
The
what it
first
is.
class, yeah.
Yep.
So that one?
Yep, that is exactly, and it's just one little dot.
Okay.
With this, you would put one at the start, end, and in the middle. And so, yeah, I think it's a fun block. I'm kind of looking forward to piecing it. I haven't pieced the other one yet because I've been working on other things. And
In the middle of that little cross piece.
yeah,
Got it.
so there's our block.
I finally learned how to do that.
Did you?
Yeah.
And then this
Maybe
creates
it's
it.
like
And
swirl.
also on point is, so would be fun. So lots of options for this block. I wanted to show you that because we don't have a lot of content, so we've already made all these. But I'm going to go ahead and cut one out because we haven't done it. You'll have to tell me your name again.
Gee,
Jane. Okay, here's some other pieces from my block. So I'm just gonna pull out some. The one that that's fine. So it is dies 13 and 14 out of your 4-inch cube. So it's this one and this one. This one's pretty easy to cut. You just layer your strip like this and cut that way. This one, I don't have a cutter. I will be right back.
It's kind of fun because you get to alternate.
I can make your house that
so did you find the angles harder than a regular, than a square, you know?
Oh, like on
The angle?
this, oh, no.
Have you done the angles yet?
put that funny shape.
Yeah, we,
Okay, this is also the same piece that she has in that border. A lot of uses for this one. And so when I do my layers, you don't need that many pieces of this. So it's 8 patches of 2 colors. And so I have 4 layers here. So I'm just gonna do 4 twice to show you how to cut this. So the first one, since this is a strip, I'm pretty sure, yep, that's my straight grain. And I'm just gonna lay the first one on there and just cover it like that. That. And this is what we have once we cut that first piece out. So what you're gonna do is you're actually going to turn your die the other way. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it so that you can see. So when you're cutting these, you're gonna rotate your die so that it saves your fabric. So, and then the next one, you're just gonna spin your die the other way, and then you will have, you know, you only need 2 passes with this. Actually, you only need 8 of each color. So, I used blue and green, but she's gonna be using teals and purples, which I think that's gonna be just beautiful.
Can I get the pattern online?
I'll add it up there. Who was asking?
Peggy.
Peggy, I'll send you a link to it.
Okay.
So, and then I will email you the next 3 patterns monthly. So any questions about this month's block? Everything else we have gone over. It's squares, triangles, and of course the pieces that go with this. And so now this is one of my little bins of scraps. I know everybody has these. Yep. This is one of the reasons I love the 4-inch cube, because those little tiny pieces like this that are left over, you can use it all. And so when you're piecing these, on your pattern it says set, so it's each side. So one of the things I've done is pieced them like this, you know, lining them up perfectly, and it's actually the opposite sides. Can you really see that? Just like that. And so if I were gluing, I would put a dot of glue here, here, and here. And you don't have to glue the whole thing, just enough to hold it under your needle when you're starting. And then use your guides, you know, your 1/4-inch foot or your... And then when you open this one up, this does have a little bit after you finish. Let's see, I just laid it down. Yeah, no, it does have a little bit that you have to cut off with scissors. So, has a little bit extra. Okay, any questions? Any questions about this block or the previous block? And I will get you the pattern, and Peggy, I will get you the pattern online. Did you cut it out?
It's all cut out.
Okay.
They're all ready. I got sidetracked.
What are you working on it?
Well, I am taking Mindy's t-shirt class, so I had that, but then I started doing this, and I came and talked to Vicky. I got the muslin here, but this is my mom's pattern,
Okay.
and I was drawing.
It's
I've been
barns.
drawing all of these barns.
Ooh,
So there's like barns, barns, barns. It takes just a little bit of time to trace all the barns.
And then I have a dear, dear friend that loves embroidery, and she does
You know, like
beautiful, beautiful work.
Anita Good Design has those in machine embroidery.
But she's gonna embroider it.
she has a friend who will just do the handwork for her.
Okay.
Wow, you're lucky.
She's wanting,
Embroider,
she
but
says,
wow, it's a lot
are
of
they
work.
traced yet? Cause I really am ready.
She wants something to do, and you did something for her, so
Yeah.
she's wanting to do something.
Oh, you're lucky.
Wow.
But she does
Anyway.
beautiful, beautiful hand embroidery.
That was just a few hours of work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
But
I've
anyway,
only
that
had
took some
this.
time.
I've only had this for maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it was a quilt. I remember you had it before not the last quilt festival here, but maybe.
The 2019.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, and my husband and I love barns, and when we drive the countryside, we're always looking at barns. So
I'm like, it's about time for you to have that quilt done and not just.
sitting there
So that is
thinking about it.
Kind of you to do that.
Because I can't, for one thing, I can't see well enough, and then I always get everything turned
I
around.
just put a movie on my tablet that I'd seen before and just trace away. It was very cathartic. I felt like, I think it's like coloring for some people, how they
Yeah.
like to color. I was like, oh, that's fine. I don't know that I want to do it all the time, but it was fine because I had purpose. And
Well, and it's a collaborative quilt. She's done that,
your friend will do the embroidery,
and then I'll piece it. So,
or quilt, yeah.
we have fun quilt.
Okay. So we are hiring an open position for someone that does AccuQuilt. It is a sample sewer. And so, Peggy, I'm sorry, it can't be you. It has to be somebody local. We pay the cost of the kit. So if the kit is $60, that's what we would pay you to piece it. It's not quilting, it's just piecing. Just making the top. If it's a $200 kit, then that's what we would pay you, plus we would give you a discount from the store. So if you know people that are interested, have them bring their samples in, come talk to me. And so we're gonna do a lot more kits. So
That'll be fun.
yeah.
See, I love piecing.
So
Change your verbiage, Mom. Words are powerful, right?
they are words create reality.
So, here's to say, I love piecing and I am open to loving quilting. I
Yes.
can't wait until I love quilting.
So here's last month's
It helps.
block in the same configuration. So the one that she just did still makes a really cool repeat. So this is why if you go look at my bookshelf of quilting books, they're all sampler quilts. There's hardly any that's just one design, because you can take, and I will take a block and put it in an electric quilt so that I can play with it, make it bigger, make it smaller, make it more interesting, and then make it my own. So, and make my own cutting instructions too. What else was I going to show you? I haven't showed her, so I'm going to do that. Yeah. So this is the quilt that I had come up with for these 5 blocks. And so if anybody wants this pattern, it'll be an additional $5 for the layout. So, and then we will have this as a pattern in the store, just for AccuQuilt. But this is these same 2 pieces, except then you're putting the triangle with it, and you know how we snowball a block? That's all you're doing. So when you take a square, so if you have a square of fabric, so basically you're taking another square over the corner, you sew across it, and then you, and then cut it off. So you end up with that. So That's all that is on those two sides, and it gives you that kind of tulip looking effect. I'm still playing with the border a little bit. I might make it a little bit different.
Where, can you point where you doing
Right here.
Yeah.
Snowballs don't have to be,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I see it.
So you, in your dies, these two, 13 and 14, will make this right here. No, that's not it. Actually, I just made a mistake on the pattern, I think. I did.
Because it's not a triangle, it's
Everybody grab your pen. Usually I haven't passed these out to many people. This is actually
Is that diamond shape?
15. So where it says die number 13, change that to die number 15. Yeah. So-
This one, this is dyed.
15, not 13.
The second one down.
Yep. Second one down. The other pieces are still the same pieces.
But that's the right shape.
That's the right shape. And so you're
I
just
just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
That was good.
And so if you're doing this with AccuQuilt, I'm going to use so if you're snowballing with AccuQuilt, you actually line your piece up with these edge, so how they've dog-eared their edges, you actually line those up with the edge of your block. And then so corner to corner. And then when you open it up, it's the same effect. Okay. We talked through that and I made a mistake. Okay, if there's nothing else, that's us for today. Thank you for coming, braving the weather. I don't know what the weather's gonna
It's
be.
nice now.
Yeah.
How many blocks is it gonna be?
It's gonna be 5, so what we're doing is that's all. And so, after we did the quilt that she just brought in, one of the things that I wanted to show was to take a ordinary block. So this is all based on the churn dash, and you can kind of see it right here. Take an ordinary block and make it more complex, combining cubes. So you could do the 6 and the 12 inch if you wanted bigger blocks. This is the 4 and the 8. So if you didn't want to really work with these little tiny pieces, which kind of digging, 6 and 12 would work also. You would have a very much bigger. So this makes a 12-inch block. That would make 18-inch block. So it'd be 18 by, what's 18 times 5?
Make pillow covers out of those 18-inch.
Be 90.
So you could do it as a bed runner.
I use them for pillow tops.
Yeah, 2 together would be 18 by 36. Or
Just it's the other two, 6 and 12.
yeah, 6 and 12. Yep, same die numbers, just use the die as you have. You just need more fabric. That is why I did not give you fabric requirements on this. This is small, and we all have buckets of this stuff. I know I'm not the only one out there, so. Buckets. Like many. So, yeah, I'm going to be having some fun with those. Okay, I have nothing else for you.
Do you have the first?
Yep, I'll get it for you.
Okay,